Welcome to the 2031 Ryder Cup venue. I am here at Camiral Golf Resort in Costa Brava. A lot of you are probably about to Google search where that is. Today's video is on all things Ryder Cup that most of you have been asking me. Does it move every 2 years? How did it start? Who gets picked and why? What is the format, which is the huge part that you need to know because it's point-based. All of your questions will be answered, and if they're not, you already know, hit me up in the comments because I am reading them and I will answer to the best of my ability all of your questions before you go Google or ask ChatGPT. I am your girl, I'm here to help you out, so let's get started. Hi, I'm Coach Shayain. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, absolutely welcome. And if you have been supporting me for the past 5 years, thank you so much. Today's video, the way I have it set up is I will be playing a few of the holes on the stadium course here at Camiral and few of the holes on the tour course. Since it is a Ryder Cup venue, currently at this current time, we don't know exactly which holes, front nine, back nine of either course will be used for the Ryder Cup in 2031. So I decided I will show you some signature holes. I will answer the top 6 questions that have been asked about all things Ryder Cup as I play the holes. All right, so the first question you need to know is, what is the Ryder Cup? So the Ryder Cup is a tournament held between Teams United States and Team Europe. Little fun fact, started in 1927, it was Team USA, and back then it was United Kingdom and Ireland as a team. And then in 79, the continental Europe became a part of it. As you know, I'm in Spain, therefore after 79, Spain, Portugal, other countries in Europe became part of the Ryder Cup. So now, as of 2025, it's Team USA versus Team Europe. And you know what? Another fun fact before I hit my drive, because we're waiting for them. Samuel Ryder donated the trophy, which is why it's called, you got it, the Ryder Cup. Now, we're in hole 3, and what we do is we grip it, and then we rip it. See you on the next hole for the next question. All right, so the Ryder Cup is all about team, which isn't very normal, as you're aware, for golf, because golf is an individual sport, which is why it's so fun to watch. I'm Canadian, AKA Switzerland, so I'm neutral when it comes to watching it, but I just love the competition, the teamwork, how everyone is so involved. The fans are incredible. If you have never been, you need to add it to your bucket list. It is truly one of the best experiences in golf. Ooh, we're at the pin. We've attacked the pin. Come on, roll back down. Let's see what it looks like up there. So we're here for the birdie putt. Let's fix our divot. The Ryder Cup is about strategy, so you will see they're not messing around. It's not like a fun, everyone's pretty chill, players are taking it easy. No, they want to win. So it's about strategy. It is 1000% about national pride. So they are in all the gear. You will see. Everyone is excited. The players, it's almost like the Olympics, but every country isn't involved. So you will see the pride for the players, it's just as important as the Olympics is for them. They want to win. Just like me, I want to make this birdie putt. Oh. But you know what? We can't make them all. And later on, I will answer the question that most of you have: match play, stroke play. How do they keep track of points? Because it's definitely different than regular golf. A par will do. All right, hole 4. And people want to know, how often does Ryder Cup take place? So 2025, right now, it's in New York, Bethpage Black. 27, it'll be in Ireland, so it switches. US, Europe. 29, what's your guess? It has to come back to America, so it's going to be in Minnesota. And in 2031, over here in Costa Brava at Camiral, which is where I am. So every 2 years, it switches. US, then Europe. US, then Europe. So 2031, we hope to see all of you over here. If you get the chance to make it, it is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. Let's crush this down the middle. Money. Turn. Yeah, over the bunker. That's where it is. So, since you know that right now, the Ryder Cup takes place every 2 years. But when did that start? After World War II. Prior to that, it was every year. So that is your fun fact, while we try and get this on the green. Caught it on the heel, but we should be okay. All right, so most of you will want to know, who has won the last Ryder Cup? And it was Team Europe. They won it 2 years ago. Then you'll want to know who won it before. Team USA. Then it was Team Europe, and it was Team USA. So it's kind of fun. The last 4 have been Europe, USA, Europe, USA. If you haven't seen it, it's a little bit of a drama situation with Rory that happened. There was Tiger's old caddy was in the way. But let's talk about that when we get up there to putt. You have an imaginary line that goes from your ball. First you mark it. So, you can't just move your ball. You mark your ball, you pick it up. That's when you can clean it. You have an imaginary line that goes from your ball marker to the hole. Now what happens in golf etiquette, which is quite important, which is kind of like, you wouldn't go to someone's house or their grandma's house and put your dirty shoes up on their couch or their counter. So similar concept. In golf, there are etiquette rules that one must abide by. And there was a little bit of drama that had happened. There's an imaginary line. You should never walk into anyone's imaginary line that goes to the hole. That's a big etiquette. As you can see, I have a shadow. So if player A was putting and I'm player B, my shadow is in their imaginary line. We are preventing all of those things. We want them to have their space. Another thing you don't do when someone is lining their ball up and getting ready is move, make noise, tell the crowd to get loud. All of that in golf, as much as the Ryder Cup is a team sport, is an absolute no-no. So, I won't tell you all the juice, but a little Google search, 2023 Ryder Cup, Rory, Tiger's ex-caddy. I'm sure you guys are smart enough to look it up. It was not very nice, but it got tons and tons of publicity, and you can be the judge to decide who was right and who was wrong. Get in the hole. Let's go, Shayain. Save myself. Up and down. Par. Let's go. So the last Ryder Cup was in Rome in 2023 on European soil. and the Europeans won another Ryder Cup blowout. 16.5 points for Team Europe versus 11.5 points for Team USA. If you had watched that, you would have known it did take a lot longer for the official announcement to happen when it's like officially said that, okay, this team has officially won, which people weren't expecting, because Team USA is and currently is and was stacked with young players that are incredible, like top 20 players stacked. Team Europe has some pretty amazing players as well, but Team USA was guaranteed the win. So when Team Europe came through and blew them out, let's just say it shook everybody in the US, and the European fans obviously came out in all their garb. It's just fun to watch groups of people coming out in all kinds of different, I guess you would call costumes or just different attire to show their spirit. It's a really good time. And while we're talking about Ryder Cup, while I have you here, also the exact same thing happens within the LPGA and for women's golf. And it's called the Solheim Cup. I've had the honor of actually going. It is amazing. You really get to feel the team atmosphere and the crowds. I was on US soil, so you can imagine there was a lot of Team USA going on out there, but then celebrities come out, influential people come out. It's just fun. So if you're at home watching, if you don't get the chance to actually be in New York this year, tune in, watch, and then a little later I'll explain to you how the teams get picked. A hot tip, it's 12 players. Who picks them, how they get picked, and then I will actually play with my brother, who's a beginner golfer, on that's tomorrow's course that we're going to play, which is the stadium course. And we will have Team Europe versus Team USA, and I'll show you the format at how they actually play, which will be beneficial for all of you new golfers out there trying to understand how the point system works. So you still have to stay tuned to watch the other 3 questions that people have on Ryder Cup. You'll see a different outfit, a different format, and we'll see a different golf course. But let's first hit this ball. Ooh, it's a bit left. But we're on the green. So if you don't know, you can always ask me questions in the comments below. There are going to be tons of you still very confused. Feel free to ask me as much as you want on all things Ryder Cup. I will do my best to answer them. And if you're new to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really does help me make tons of YouTube videos like this and see amazing golf courses around the world. But if you want to join me, I do a bunch of golf retreats. This could potentially be one of them. I've been to Greece a couple times. We're adding probably Italy, maybe Japan. Stay tuned. All of that information is in the link below. You won't want to miss it, but do me a favor, give it a like and hit that subscribe button. I've had a great time shooting this video. I hope you enjoyed as well. If you see a full outfit change, you then know that was day 2 of me shooting this video. I also get my brother, who's a beginner golfer. He hardly plays, but he gave it a good try. He is going to be wearing Team Europe as we play, and I will be Team USA. Even though we're Canadian and we play neutral when it comes to Ryder Cup, I just wanted to show you when it comes to points, the format, how it works, and I just felt like visually it might have been more appealing for you new golfers to understand how and what the breakdown is like.